Okay, today we're gonna benchmark Red Dead Redemption 2. It was on a discount, so I decided to get it. Critical benchmarking reason. Yeah, I'll probably will play it at some point. We'll see about that when that happens. Yeah, we're gonna test it out at ultra wide 4040p. I have specific settings in order to get 60 plus FPS at 4040p because this game is an absolute performance hog at ultra settings. So basically what you want to do is put everything on ultra. What you can put on ultra, some you can't. Some things you basically cannot. So you don't do those. All of this on, disable FXCA, disable MSAA. For the best visual quality, go for TAA and put it on high. For now, we're gonna not do that. We're gonna put DLSS on. Just get some more performance. This will give you 60 FPS. With TAA, so this just gives us extra performance. I'm not exactly sure on this screen how DLSS looks like. On my old 1080p screen it didn't look that great, so we'll see what happens. Let's put it on quality. Vulkan, everything on. The only thing that you want to change is water reflection quality to medium, physics to 3 out of the 4. And TAA sharpening is, I don't think it's really needed at this point with DLSS, but whatever. Reflection, put it on 2. Motion blur off, and everything else is ultra. If you need more performance, a little bit more performance, you can just disable 3 tessellation. The reason why you have this guy and that guy lower, and this guy lower, is that all 3 of them, specifically this one and this one, but specifically this last piece, kills 50% of your GPU performance. So, good luck with that one. So let's apply it. So we're going to do 2 benchmarks after each other. The first benchmark is going to be the settings that my optimized settings. And then the next benchmark is going to be the absolute maxed out settings and how it performs at this resolution. So yeah, let's wait till it loads in. It takes a while. If you want to do fast benchmarks, with testing settings out, the best way to do it is to just do the first scene. The first scene is actually, funny enough, the most demanding. It's typically the end of the first scene. What I did find out, however, if you do play the game, I played a little bit of the game, it doesn't feel like it goes anywhere near as low as the frame rate of the benchmark. So even if you drop a little bit below, so let's say to 50s, to the 50s, like 50 FPS or that kind of stuff, you'll probably get 60 FUR. Okay, let's start. So to give you an idea, with TAA on and no DLSS, you will get at the end of this scene 58 FPS. So it's a little bit under the 60. Yeah. So let's see what this does with quality DLSS. And I'm very okay. So that's 10 FPS more. That's actually useful. That's a lot of FPS on this resolution. Yeah, it's in general 10 FPS more actually. So far, this looks fantastic. Like, there's absolutely no problem here. On my old 1080p screen, terrible. Quality just degrades terribly. But then the PPI was a lot more, less. Was a lot less, yeah. I think it was like something like 90, and now it's like 110, so yeah. So the density of the pixels is higher. Now I actually have to go real close to the screen. Yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly think you should just enable DLSS with this resolution. Let's see when it gets a little bit more lighter. So this is where you could really see the effects of DLSS. There was like a lot of aliasing, which TAA kind of removes. Well, the distance that I sit from my screen is hard to see, man. It's hard to see. It does feel a little bit more aliasing, but it's really hard to see. Okay, so the hairs were really bad looking on the 1080p screen. It's absolutely fine. Yeah, it's absolutely fine on this level. Funny enough, this is the city, so it's more CPU demanding than GPU, and it's clearly visible.
What are you doing this for? God, someone help!
Okay, so in short, perfectly smooth playable, like no issues here at all. Yeah, it's great. So let's move on to the complete maxed out settings. I just want to see what the performance is going to be. So we're going to enable everything here. All of this is already on. Let's see if we can do custom. You need to keep these custom because you have to change it in the advanced version. So you wanna let's disable DLSS then. Off, and let's put MSA on. Let's put this one on, and let's put that one on. So this is pretty much all of these settings. Ultra, 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 everything on. High, grass, tall grass, yeah, high, max, water reflection. Oh, too bad. Yep. Okay, water reflection is high. This one to the max. TA filtering is not really interesting. Motion blur, we stay, well, we can enable it, whatever. And then everything is maxed out. Yeah, everything is maxed out besides TA, obviously. Oh yeah, this one, let's put it on high. Anything else? No, it is completely maxed out, and let's see what we get. Okay. Here we go. So this is the absolute max setting that you can get in GTA. This is without DLSS on top of it. So, yeah. You can really see that we need another generation of GPUs. Maybe even two. In order to get this maxed out on higher resolutions specifically. To give you an example, at 1080p you get like 48 average. Or 48 lows. Yeah, it goes all the way down to 48 FPS, so I expect this to maybe hold a 30. We'll see. Oh, not even. Yeah, here we go. And this is not even the most demanding area. Well, it is, but the FPS is going down pretty soon. 28, 28 FPS. Yeah, 37, 38. Well, I think we get the idea. It runs like complete dog shit, right? I don't think we have to sit through the whole benchmark. The first area is the most demanding. So in short, yeah, let's just not do that. Now, what happens if you put like DLSS on? So we leave all the settings on, and we're gonna move to DLSS. Go. So let's put it on auto, not even quality. No, let's just put it on quality. Okay, yes. There we go. And now let's start it. Yeah, it sucks that the loading takes so long. I don't know why this is. I got the feeling it's just they just hard coded this in order for the hardware to just chill out with any loading or stuff like that. So I'm curious. We'll see how this is gonna happen. So yeah, we got the ridiculous 8 MSAA sitting gone now. FXCA is also off, so we got DLSS now, so which basically means that it should give us theoretically more performance. And it gives us a fuck ton more performance because all the other settings are off. We're just gonna sit to the first scene because that's the most demanding. So as you can see there, that's a huge difference there. So we now move from 28 FPS towards 50. So like 28 FPS, you need probably about 3 more GPU generations, or at least 2 more GPU generations to even run it. Right, at 60. And they are just sitting at 60. And with this one more generation and it will be easy. So this seems to be working fine. Let's up the DLSS or lower the DLSS quality and see what we get. So I want to just put it straight on performance. Oh wait, let's apply it. There we go. And just run it. This is also the last setting I'm gonna test out. I'm kind of surprised with DLSS that we actually can get like that amount of FPS. So we will probably sit at 60 plus FPS with everything maxed out then on 3080. That's kind of surprising. Maybe they patched it in the meanwhile or updated their game, which could happen, right? To push more performance, well, because on 1080p, the last time I tested it out, this was way worse. Okay, here we go. And that's the reason I put it on performance, is that I think we are CPU bound actually, because the GPU doesn't seem to be 100% used there. We do get more frames though. Yeah. So in short, I think it's a CPU limitation at this point. But even then, I wouldn't put it on performance if this is the gain that you get. Ultra performance I will avoid at all costs. So yeah, anyway, so this is the performance that you can expect in Red Dead Redemption 2. Let's put it on quality, and let's see what we can do in the game itself. Just a little bit extra, basically. Sometimes it does this, I don't know why, it just does it. Okay. There we go. And now let's get out of the benchmark. And let's get into the story. I think we're already in the story, right? Yeah. So now we can actually see what the performance is going to be in the first area. We actually play the game. Yeah, I got it for 31 euros or some shit. It was on the discount, so I bought it. Okay, here we go.
We get strong, we get warm, we wait. When the storm breaks, we move. But we're safe here. Warm enough.
Okay, so here we go. I'm not sure if this area was used for the benchmark, but it sure as hell looks like it.
Let's go, boy.
Let's run around a little bit. Okay, here we go. So the frame rate does go down to the level of the benchmark, as you can see. Yeah, perfectly stable 60 probably not gonna happen on these settings. But you know, just lowering one of these settings so you get like 10 FPS extra, if not 20. So I will just go for that. Otherwise, you probably need the 3090. And the performance between the 3080 and the 3090 isn't particularly spectacular different. So yeah, it's pretty much 10 FPS maybe. 5 FPS to 10. A game like this. So yeah, anyway, that's the performance. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.